Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, Black Hammer, and you're watching OG Gamer Syndicate. We are here with our first impressions of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We're in the beta. They finally gave us something to work with, to see where they at, especially after we had such an awesome beta with Battlefield. So Battlefield 6 is the contender for this Black Ops 7. So I was thinking about how I'm going to do this, but I need to do it in the way that's genuine to a person who is a Call of Duty fan, right? So I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time. I believe the first one was, what was the first one? Probably Black Ops. The first Black Ops, probably the first one. But I know, it's gone back further than that. But I say that's probably the first one that I really remember. I'm pretty sure it's probably another one. But that's what I really hold dear. And here we are in Black Ops 7. And for some reason, Call of Duty franchise has been in this weird, I can't say downward spiral, but in this weird do less and get more kind of situation, right? First off, Call of Duty was always known for groundbreaking things, for pushing innovation and really raising the bar on the expectations for military sim shooters. But lately, within the last couple of Call of Duties, their games have felt more like they were just expensive DLCs and not real full fleshed out games. Everything has been connected and standing on the other's shoulders, and they have taken a dip in the quality of their games. It has really taken a dip. Now, I know that fans have a lot to do with the direction that it's went into, but I would say the moment that it really went down, for me, I mean, a lot of people will have different opinions about this, but for me, I feel like the actual company started going down when they started charging for map packs and stuff like that. And when that started happening, it was just dividing the fan base. And in order to rectify that, they end up giving the map packs for free. But when they started giving the map packs for free, they did a weird thing. They gave you less because they weren't getting paid for map packs. So they started recycling the same old boys over and over and over and over and over and over again, which made them have to do less to get more. And that just caused them to get somewhat complacent and lazy, I would say, right? They stopped caring about us as gamers. They stopped caring about the actual consumer. They were just like, you know what? Since they're going to complain about everything, let's just, shortchange them. And it's like, all right, well, it doesn't matter what we're going to do. They're going to complain about it. So let's treat them in kind. So they just started giving us the same old recycled boards. They put in less effort. They took things out that people love and put in things that nobody asked for. And it just turned into a total clusterfuck of what we have now. Not to mention the toxic fan base at this point, where it's getting to a point where you can't get a game without campers, or it's just making the game progressively less fun. And skill-based matchmaking didn't really help a lot of people. Now, me personally, I particularly wasn't too upset with skill-based matchmaking. I just felt like it should have been an option. I think one thing that I've always complained about with Call of Duty is that I felt bad about stomping on people who don't really know how to play the game, because then you would kind of limit the fan base, because people who get beat won't continue to play. So in my opinion, skill-based matchmaking was somewhat necessary, but it should have been an option. it was kind of forced onto everybody, and that's what really kind of stemmed the hatred that it's starting to get. Even though it's still Call of Duty, it's still fun to an extent, but it isn't accessible to everybody as it used to be. The problem that it's having now, like, again, I'm doing this different. The problem that it has now is that it's not so much that the game is a bad game. It is everything that we've come to accept and appreciate about Call of Duty, essentially. But what's happening now is that we're starting to get a burnout for the game because we're seeing the same things over and over again. They're not really doing much of anything. Like, I know people complained about the 3-lane system, then they wanted it back, and all of this stuff. It's kind of hard to keep up with people's changing opinions of things, and that's why I always feel like game companies need to really just do what they do best and stop really paying attention to people. Like, if you're going to fix anything, fix it in the next one. Trying to fix something that you've already built is a hard thing because you can't please everybody. That's just facts, right? You have to do it right the first time. And if you can't do it right the first time, do it the next time. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. You try to cater to too many people, and it's like when they say too many chefs ruin the broth. That's pretty much what it is. Too many chefs ruin the broth. Do your thing. But they haven't had a mind of their own for a long time. And now we're at a point where we're just exhausted now. I mean, how many times are you going to play the same old boys? How many times are you going to play Nuketown and every iteration of Nuketown? Right? How many times are you going to play these same old maps that you've been buying over and over? Like, we've bought these maps a long time ago. Why are we still paying for these same maps that we already purchased? Why has Call of Duty stopped making maps? Why have they just really based themselves on just remaking the same old maps that we've seen time and time again without making anything new, and eventually things get stale? Yes, we do have favorites, but at one point in time they used to throw in a favorite along with the maps that they already did. Like, these recycled maps were extra, not part of the map rotation. No, it's like they made it a part of what they're giving you. Like, we supposed to be special because we're getting the same maps that we already paid for. No, that's extra. Everything else is supposed to be new and fresh and innovative, but they stopped doing those things. They will give you these 2 boards and one extra one, which will happen to be a remake or rehash of something that we used to love. We've gotten less boards over the time. I mean, it's coming ridiculous. It's really, and now it makes it even worse because they're splitting the boards between game modes. So they're saying that we're getting all of these maps, but they're splitting it between game modes that for the most part we don't even play. Right? It's a small portion of people that play those game modes, but yet we have to split those with the new ones, and it kind of feels like we're just being shortchanged here. It seems like there's a whole lot less work going into it and the expectation to pay a whole lot more. So what's happening now is that people are not going to really take to it the way it used to. Like, yes, you have a fan base, but you can't really treat the fan base like no matter what you do, we're going to take it. And that's where they was talking about they're too big to fail. Because at some point, they started feeling like it doesn't matter what they do to us, we're just going to take it. And now they're going to see, really, that is not the case, right? They abused their fan base. They really didn't care about us, and it shows. So now, it came to a sad point where essentially, in my opinion, Call of Duty needs a reality check. They need to take this L. Because when you become too full of yourself, you need somebody to bring you back down to reality. And Battlefield is definitely going to bring them down to reality. I'm not saying everybody's going to jump ship and be on the Battlefield tip, but it's definitely not going to be as clear cut as it used to be. People are looking for something new. People are looking for something fresh. People are looking for something that makes sense. And it doesn't make sense to keep playing Nuketown for the 50th time back to back. Like, they used to spread it apart. Now we're getting Nuketown every single Call of Duty. You know why they do that? Because that's the only thing that we really like for sure. Right? They're saying that they can mess up the game however they want. They'll always rely on the old boards, and that's not what we want. You should not sit so comfortable with just using the old boards to sell a new game, and you're doing nothing new. It switched up because everybody want boots on the ground stuff, and they wanted that boots on the ground stuff because the people who bunny hop all over the place, right? That's what they were trying to cater to. There was wall running, but the people who were bunny hopping couldn't deal with the people who were wall running, and then they took away wall run. So now what we have now is there's more bunny hopping, but you could bunny hop off walls now. You can't wall run, but you could bunny hop. So we're going to have more bunnies all over the place in this iteration of Call of Duty. Congratulations. You're just going to see people bouncing off the walls. It's going to get irritated. And I could predict that this game will be done probably by Christmas. Right? This game will be done before the first set of map packs. I'm sure of it. If it's not the toxic community that kills it, if it's not the SBMM that's going to kill it, or the Force SBMM, I should say, if it's not... if it's not the repeat of the same boards over and over that's going to kill it, if it's not the constant camping that's going to happen in it, there's going to be so many ways. The constant cheating that happens in it, I'm telling you, it's time for a change. Now, it's sad to say, because, again, Call of Duty is one of my favorite franchises, just like it is for many other people. But you gotta understand that if you keep paying for the same old shit, they're gonna keep delivering the same old shit. Now, I'm not saying that Call of Duty is a bad game. I'm saying that it has stopped innovating. They have stopped being creative. They are giving us the same old, and nothing is feeling new anymore. This is a free-to-play model that we're paying for. It's just that simple. Do I want Call of Duty to fail? No. Me, like others, I want Call of Duty to get better. I want Call of Duty to be that leader in innovation like they used to be. I don't want to keep paying for maps that I've bought over and over again. It's time for some new classics. It's time for some new innovative boards that we can say, damn, I love that board. Now we're still holding on to boards that's older than most of the people playing Call of Duty now. Right? It's okay to bring those boards in. I'm at a point where I really feel like they should just make an overall Call of Duty and we just have all the boards, to mess with. Right? Give us all our boards that we done paid for. Give us all our experiences and just keep adding to those boards. Because that's what happens. That's how this game gets stale, to me, in my opinion. Playing the same boards over and over. The rotation gets dull very quickly. And the even sadder part is that I kind of try to hold off from playing the beta. Because unfortunately, if you play the beta, those are the same boards that you'll be seeing from the beta to the end of the lifespan of this game. They pump those boards for the entirety of the entire game. That's not anything. That's just lazy. Right? We already have to deal with all of the other stuff that happens in this game. With the people who grief each other. The people who don't want to play as a team. The people who just want to do the lone wolf stuff. The people who shoot teammates for fun. Right? We're in a tactical shooter game where we're supposed to be playing as a team and nobody wants to play as a team. And then you're forcing us into these situations that makes it even more dreadful. That's the best word I could use, dreadful. So, I don't know, you kind of got to pick a lane. And I really feel like there's ways to fix it. Like, there's ways to fix this. But it takes to stop nickel and diming us for nonsense. Stop giving us the same old crap over and over. Give us our money's worth. Right? Give us, you done changed the game. The games are now $70. There's no excuse. Right? Give us something that we're proud of to make Call of Duty the one that we always come to love. Because right now, like I said, Battlefield is about to give Call of Duty one hell of an L. And I can say I have never been a Battlefield fan. But this last beta, this blows Call of Duty out the water. Right? What we've come to expect now is a whole lot more. Right? I hate the fact that they always go backwards on their forward movement. Like, one day you have ground war, next you don't. You're making these moves that seem good. Like, I've always felt like Call of Duty could do Battlefield stuff better, but they never really went there. They'll just dabble on it. Oh, that's cool. And then they go renege on it right after. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's sad because, again, I have love for this franchise. Like most of us, like everybody who's even listening to this right now, I know you're listening to it because it's out of love that we say this. We want this to change. We want it to be better. Stop taking shortcuts and do what your fans have loved about you from the beginning. If not, you will never recover from this. Because we will not keep buying the same old crap. It's getting to a point where multiplayer is going to be a thing of the past. Like, why buy the game if you could just wait for Warzone? Because that's where everybody's going to end up going, Warzone. Because everything else is just recycled slop. At least Warzone gives us mostly what we're looking for. You would have thought once they came up with the DZ, it would have just evolved from there. But no, they backed out on that too. We thought that when they had the Battle Hub, like, you know, that it was going to go up from there. But they backed off on that too. It just went backwards. So I'm not sure which direction it's going, but it always feels like one step forward, two steps back. And I know that's not sustainable. Right? Do what you do best. Look out for your fans first like you used to. Because as of now, you losing us. And yeah, this is Call of Duty. It is everything that Call of Duty has always been. But now it's not enough. Even the interface looks like Black Ops 6. Everything you do in this game looks like Black Ops 6. Like they have changed nothing. Like they did very little to make a Black Ops 7. Like they don't respect our time, our money, or our fandom. It's almost like a spit in the face. How are you going to come and give us the same game that looks like the game that we just about to put down? How are you going to use the same interfaces that you had in the last 3? Right? How do you make us feel like this is a new experience? Because we're paying a whole new $7. $70. I wish it was $7. Right? We're paying a whole new price tag. But we're not getting anywhere near a new game. So, With that being said, like I said, I don't want to make this into a bash the franchise thing. Because again, when I'm talking about this game, the only problem is that it's just familiar. It's all more of the same. Right? And that's a shame. Is it what Call of Duty has always been? Yes. But then again, the problem is that it's what Call of Duty always been. The only two things that they really added to Black Ops 7 is the fact that you could bounce off the walls. They didn't bring back our wall run officially. You could bounce off the walls. And the only thing that I really like is the part where when you grab them, you could hook a grenade up to them and kick them into the group of other people. That's the only thing that I find that's new about this game. Everything else, nah. That's just not it. It's not it. And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of other things that a lot of you guys could add to this. Right? Everybody has their own issues with this thing. But right now, at this moment, it's not really fun anymore. It's almost insulting. And it's not that it's not fun because, you know, it doesn't play the same. It's not fun because it's insulting. Like, we're looking for new innovation. We're looking for new things to happen. But here we are, right back at the same old, same old. And if that's all that you expect from us, if that's all that you think of us, I'm telling you, we're going to have to look for the next best thing. With that being said, thank you everybody for taking time out to hear my little rant about this game. I hope you guys enjoy yourself. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Don't let me change your mind. But if not, you gotta let them know. You gotta speak with your wallets, people. This is the time. With that being said, thank you everybody. Have a good one. And until next time, later gamers. See you later.
My guy comes in there with me, he killed that thing. Oh, he's so afraid. Why you shooting at me? And me at the same time. Dumbass nigga. Oh, you really be dumb. Stay down. Come on, bro. Confirming kill. Fuck out of here, bitch. Hostile removed. Come, yo, you can't hide in the room. Man, that is shit. And not killing nigga when you walk through the door, like, this shit crazy, bruh. Look at this shit. Nigga laying down inside the room. Jesus Christ. They so good at the game. Toss it. He's really playing. Missed.